Hey guys, it's Maddie. Okay, that light is gonna drive the crap out of me. Trying to film this at night. So, if you guys didn't know, I recently moved into the dorm. I actually have my dorm room tour up, but I'm currently at home. So I found out that I can have a little critter in my dorm room, and I was just like, I need a friend because, like at my house we have 4 dogs, a cat, and 2 goats. Like, it's very animal oriented, and I've kind of missed having a pet. And at one point I had 3 pet rats, and they are so much work. So I've just been kind of like wanting a little friend, and I had honestly never really considered this type of animal ever, because like it's like, oh, they're kind of boring, like I don't like but I'm honestly super excited now. So the type of animal that I can have is a fish. So I think we can have up to a 5 or 10 gallon tank. I'm not too sure. But I got one that's a little bit smaller. So I did decide on getting a betta fish. I did some research and I went out and just bought everything tonight. I was like, I'm just going to go check prices. And then I was like, I'm going to do it. So I would recommend doing your research before you get any type of pet. I've seen lots of people go into the pet store and they start asking the workers, and I'm not saying that they're bad workers, I'm just saying that they may not be super educated on what animals need. Like, I've seen people pick up the rats by their tails, or like give someone a cage that's way too small for that animal. So that being said, it is very important to make sure that you do your own research and you come in kind of knowing, and not so you can correct them, but just so you can say, well, I saw this online and like I want to do what's best for my pet. And even fish are pets, and you need to make sure that you're taking the best possible care of them. That being said, I'm going to start with the first thing I got, or the last thing I got from the Dollar Tree, just so I can put everything in it. Because the guy gave me one bag and it's a lot of stuff and it's falling apart, so I'm going to put the stuff in my bucket. So I did get a bucket. I'm going to wash it out with Dawn dish soap and rinse it super well, so that way I can treat the water in it. You do use tap water and then a water conditioner that I got as well. And yeah, it's just a plain bucket. So, and also guys, make sure you do research on like how much water you need to be changing, because like my grandma used to completely take her betta out and like completely wash the tank, which is not how you're supposed to do it. That's very stressful. So I'm not going to completely explain everything. I'll link some videos. There's what is her name? I think it's Taylor Dean on YouTube. She has like a ton of animals and she did a really great video on bettas. I don't even have mine yet because I'm going to take all this back to my dorm and set it up and then bring them. I think it would be crazy to go buy all this and be like trying to set it up with like the fish in the little container. No. So yeah, a bucket just to condition my water before I put it in the tank. Okay, let me show you the tank then. So I read 2 different things. I read that bettas need at least a 5 gallon tank, and then I read 2.5 gallons, and 2.5 gallons kept coming up more and more. The one I ended up getting is 2.5 gallons. There was one that was 6.7 gallons. That was only $10 more. And I honestly really considered getting it because I want my fish to have like a bomb time. But I was like, okay, well, this is just going to be for the next year. I plan on keeping this fish alive. And then I can upgrade them to a bigger tank when I have an apartment, because I am in a dorm, and I don't know. I felt like 5 gallons would be better. I don't know how to say this. Like with my rats, I had a cage big enough to hold 6 rats, and the most I ever had in there was 3. So I guess that I also just like to have extra space. But I did end up getting 2.5 gallons, which seems kind of small, but this was $40. And it's from Aqueon, and I got just a white lid one. And it comes with an LED light hood, which is super great because I read that you want to get a top so they don't jump out. And then they need 6 to 8 hours of light every day. And I was going to put mine by the window, but I think it's nice now that I don't have to. It comes with a filter and a cartridge, tropical fish food and water conditioner samples, and then an aquarium setup guide. So, and then I got extras of everything because... So, this was $40, and the bucket I got at Dollar Tree, so it was And I honestly think that's worth $40 because it comes with a filter, a light, like it comes with a ton of stuff. So I just got some replacement filters. This is a 6-pack, or they're filter cartridges, and it says to change it every 4 to 6 weeks, and there's 6 in here. So these alone, if I change it every 4 weeks, will last me 6 months. This was $18, so it's a little bit more on the pricier side, but I mean, you need them. And this was the biggest pack. You can buy them individually, but they were like $4 a piece, and these were like $3 a piece when it worked. I don't know. I just wanted a lot so I could have them to change them. I got a heater because you're supposed to keep their tanks from 78 degrees to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is submersible thermal safety shutoff. It's shatterproof, and it's ideal for desktop aquariums up to 5 gallons. So this is the smallest one. This was like $17, $10. I think it was 17. So this was like the cheapest one. And I went and asked, I said, is this going to heat up to that temperature? Because I feel like that's kind of hot. In my dorm room, we keep it at like 74. So, I mean, it's going to have like water to heat. And I just said, I want to make sure that it'll get up to that. And she's like, yeah, that's the perfect one for that. And they had some really big ones, but I mean, I want my fish to have room to swim. So, yes. Super happy about this. And then I did get a tank thermometer. I did read to get a heater with a thermostat, which hopefully that one has. Otherwise, I'll have to go get another one tomorrow. But this one fits at the bottom of the tank and shows you the temperature. And it actually has the safe zone. So it has from actually, yeah, 74 to 80. So it's a little low, but it's for, I think it's not just for betas. And I've heard it said beta, but I've known it beta my whole life, so I think that's like tomato. So yeah, it just fits at the bottom of the tank and just chills. And they had a ton of different thermometers, and that one was pretty cheap. It was like $4, I think. And then I read that betas need silk plants or live plants, and I did some research on live plants, and it's like, you have to keep your fish alive and the plants. And I was like, okay, wow, like that's a lot. So I may eventually move to live plants, but right now we just got to keep the fish alive. So I got like this little pack, and it was $10 for 3 of them. And I read that like they'll lay in them and stuff, so I wanted to have like a variety. And then I did get this big one, which was $4, to really give them somewhere to like hide. But I kind of wanted to have it pretty, and I figured with it being a smaller tank, they also need to have room to swim. So we'll see if I end up putting all of them in there. I don't know. But I definitely want to give them. This is my water conditioner, and it's actually for beta fish. So it's just all the things. And you are supposed to use tap water with betas. I was like, wouldn't you just use distilled water? No. So they had a ton of different brands of these, and they were all around $4 or $5. So it says add 8 drops per pint, 16 drops per quart. Does this have measurements on it? Asking too much of the Dollar Tree. We'll figure it out. We got it. So then I got these beta food, and it's daily nutrition for all betas, and it said that it included, I don't have my glasses on. Anyway, I got pellets because that's what Taylor said to use, and I know that their stomachs are like the size of our eyes, so they're super small. We actually used to accidentally overfeed our betas, like before when we had them, like they were my brothers, we had no idea. So I read, I would have to see how big these are, but I knew it was like 2 to 3 flakes, once in the morning and once in the evening, so we'll just have to see. I also read that you can like feed them once a week, but like that just seems really mean. So this was $6, and it's an aquatic substrate, and it allows beneficial bacteria to flourish, and you can use it in fresh water and salt water. And I chose the purple because my school colors are purple and yellow, so. But this is a lot. This is 5 pounds of stuff, so I doubt I'll use it all in there. Excuse me. It says to rinse. Oh, so I just rinse it before I put it in there. That's pretty easy. So, very fun. I was going to get some bigger rocks to throw in there, and I was like, Madeline, budget. So, you know, these aren't like a necessity. I mean, they are to grow bacteria, but I didn't need the bigger ones too. Good bacteria. Well, I'm super excited to get my fish. I think I want a boy because I had girl rats. I don't have a name yet. Sometimes, like, I'll name, like with my rats, I picked out 2 names before I went and got my first 2. And then when I saw them, I, like, picked, like, this is Acklin and this is Lyra. Like, I felt like the names just really suited them. I had 1 or 2 more names on the back burner, but those were, like, my top 2. And then when I got Brinley, I found out I was getting her the day before I got her. So I was just kind of like, Acklin, Lyra, and Brinley. That sounds good. So I don't know. I have some cute, like, guy names picked out. I really enjoy, like, naming my pets. I think it's super fun. Like, I picked out Simba's name. I mean, I just, like, recommended it. My family was like, yeah. And then Oreo, too. His original name was O'Brien. And I was like, Oreo's way better because he's black and white. And so his name's Oreo now. So I'm super excited. Like, obviously my fish isn't going to know their name. But, like, I was reading that betas will recognize their owner's face. So, like, it's good to interact with them. And I'm just really excited to have a fish friend. So I will... I don't know if I'm going to add it onto the end of this video or make it a different video. I'll probably just add it onto this one and do like a little tank tour and like show you him and his name and everything. But I'm so excited to have my fish friend in my dorm. So I am kind of worried though about like people tapping on the glass because you're not supposed to do that like my roommates and stuff. So we'll just have like a little sign that says like, please don't tap my glass. But, like, I really, when I have an animal, no matter how small or how big in my care, like, I want to take care of it to the best of my abilities and love it, like, even if it is a fish, and just take care of it. And I think that people are like, it's just a fish, or it's just a dog, it's just a cat. Like, I feel like their lives must be so empty because loving these animals, like, just loving them, it can be so enriching, and it's so cool, and you build, like, such a strong bond. And I just think they're missing out. Like, they can say I'm crazy for, like, loving my animals no matter what they are. Like, I love my goats. But, I mean, the world's kind of, like, a hateful, bad place. And, like, I love my dogs and they love me. And I think that's nice at the end of the day. So, we need more love. So, you guys let me know if you would say that you love your pets down below. I feel like people who say that have never had a pet because that's sad if you had a pet and didn't love it. So yeah, this isn't the end of this video, so I'll see you guys in a few days, but like right now, okay.